Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Video today is going to be a open box review of the new Revell 2022 Z51 Coupe. Revell plans on doing the Coupe version, which came out about a month ago, and they also plan on doing the convertible version of it. Like I said, the video today, we're just going to take a look at what's inside the box, the parts, instructions, the decal sheet, what's on it, and plan on getting started on this. And along the way, I'll be posting updates on how it's going together, comments, and what some of my thoughts on how it goes together and how it's working out and all that. I'll be posting pictures as I get stuff painted, and like I said, assembly of it along the way. So anyway, we're just going to do that today. Take a quick look at what's in the box. And appreciate all the subs, the likes, the comments. Like I said, appreciate all that. So anyway, with that, let's get started. Okay everybody, so we're going to take a look at this Revell 2022 Corvette Stingray Z51 Coupe. We're going to look at what's in the box, the instructions, the decals, and just take a quick assessment of everything. So anyway, here's the box art. It's typical Revell. It's got ages 12 plus. It's a level 4. It's a 1/25th scale kit. Like again, it's by Revell. Typical Revell kit. It's got all of the parts, number of parts in it. Lists the decals molded in white. Gives the length of it 7.375 inches, and then gives a little bit of the history of the 2022 Corvette, what came about of it, and you know, what engines are in it. And then Revell lists what engines they've got in this one. Like I said, this is the C8 Vet, and of course they list the detailed 6.2 liter LT2 V8 engine, 8-speed transmission. Multi-piece interior includes G2 sport seats and the builder's choice of left or right-hand drive dashboards. Authentically designed wheels in Corvette 5 open spoke design, and detailed chassis with front wheels that can be positioned turning left or right. Just typical Revell stuff. And then of course on the other side they always show some shots of the completed kit. You know, with the body off, body on, engine, and then of course the wheels, the interior. So just typical Revell box art. So let's take a quick look. We're going to take a look at the parts first, and then we'll take a look at the instruction sheet. Right here, this right here, let's see, this would be the right hand drive dashboard, dash and all. This piece right here, I know from looking at the instructions already, it's going to go on the dash. There's also a left-hand drive, which we'll look at here in just a second. This right here is part of the engine exhaust. It's 4 pieces. They have to be glued together. Of course, it'd just be 2. Here's another engine piece. We've got the 4 shocks for the suspension. These parts up here are some of the front and rear. It's like little grills that go in the front and rear of the car. Here's part of the engines, the front cover, steering wheel. This piece right here I know is part of the interior. It fits between the seats. It's like a trim piece. This back here is another piece of the exhaust. Like I said, I've sort of looked at the instructions, have an idea of some of these parts. This is another piece of the engine. It glues up to another piece. I'll show you here in a little bit. These right here are actually exhaust covers. They fit over the exhaust once you get the engine completed. This is one of the pans on the transmission for the transmission and all when you get to it. That's pretty much all on that. These pieces go up in the front suspension part. Fits on the bottom pan. I'll show you here in just a little bit. So that's that sprue. This sprue right here, these 2 pieces right here, these are actually the side trim. They'll be painted black on all the cars. Let's see, this right here is another piece that goes on the body on each side. It fits up in I'll show you when we get to the body. And of course right here we got the front A-arms. These right here are license plate holders. You've got the regular American size, and then of course this right here is for your European and so forth. You got your 4 brake calipers and disc and all that right here. Again right here, this is a front centerpiece for the front nose. It'll be painted black. There's a whole lot of black accent trim on this car, if I've noticed. This right here are the 2 center consoles. One is for the left-hand drive and one is for the right-hand drive. It just depends on which option you do as to which one of these you will choose. So let's take another look at another sprue here. And right here we have the left-hand drive on the dash. A little while ago I said there was a piece that mounted to another piece for part of the exhaust. That's right here. We got our pulleys and our belts right here. This is the bottom of the engine. This be the oil pan. And then we've got the 2 heads, 2 valve covers, and these two, these are like radiators up front. One mounts on one side, one mounts on the other side to the bottom pan. Another part of the engine right here, and this, I don't know if you can see this little piece right here. This is actually where the oil fill is for the engine. This part, this long piece right here, when it fits up in the car, it actually comes across, and the only thing you see will be the cap right here on top. Let's see here. Anyway, on this piece right here, there's a cap, and it fits up under through the pan. I'll show you on the car here in a minute. And that's what goes down to the engine. And then we've got a couple other small pieces that go on the engine over here. Let's see here, I'm not sure what they are, but anyway, we'll take a look at that in a minute. This is the left-hand drive dash cover that goes right here. It'll fit up on the top of the dash up here. So let's take another sprue here, take a quick look. This right here is a lot, some of the, no, this is the axles that mount to the front, to the rear engine, because it's a rear engine called mid-engine, whatever you want to call it, mid-engine, rear engine. These are actually the axles that come off the transmission. This piece right here actually fits below the glass, and this is actually where your wipers mount at. And there's one hole in here, which is where one of the wipers go. And then depending on whether you do left hand or right hand, you have to drill a hole right here. They're actually marked underneath. So they leave it up to you to do the drilling for the other hole, depending on which option you pick. This right here is part of your steering column. This is the other part. Of course, your steering wheel I showed you a little bit earlier. This is your visors right here. They'll fit up under, I'll show you on the car here in a minute, up under the windshield frame. This is part of the wheel assembly right here. The wheels mount to this and all that. These two right here are either the front or rear. This is the front. Yeah, this is the front because it's got the holes for the I'll get it right here in a minute, guys. This is for the crossbar right here, the steering column and all that. And this right here is a front trim nose, fits under the front of the car. Of course, we got the mirrors. These right here are the 4 pieces that glue together to make the 2 exhaust coming off the engine. Goes down to the exhaust pipes and all. The headers. And let's see here. Of course, you got 4 different windshield wipers, depending on which version you pick to do. And let's see here. Here's the alternator. And let's see. I think that's all that's on this one. So let's take a look at the next sprue. This has got the interior tub. You got your 2 door panels. Here's your other 2 A-frames for your suspension. Here's the 2 motor halves with the transmission. The 2 rear seat halves that will glue to the interior, the other seat halves. Here's the rear panel for the car. Like I said, this is where some of those grills where I was talking about, they mount to, and then of course the exhaust tips will go right here, lights up here. Here's the sway bar I was talking about, and the steering bar. and got your inside rear view mirror, and I think that's all that's on this sprue. And the last big sprue here, we've got the bottom belly pan. Here's the front of the engine. It's got some more pulleys and so forth on it. All the inner fender wells for all the way around the car, all four of them. Here's the two rear suspension pieces where the wheels mount to. And I think that's all that's on that one. Take a look at this. This is the top of the engine right here. This mounts to the top. This section right here will mount to the top of the body. I'll show you here in just a little bit. And of course the rear hatch. This section actually fits just in front of the hatch on the car. So I'll show you that when we get to it. Here's the other seats. This is the front seats right here. This is the rear spoiler that mounts to the body. So pretty simple on that. Let's see here. Then here's the removable top for the coupe. You can actually remove it or leave it on when you're driving. This is an interior piece that fits up and actually holds the hatch where I was just showing you. See the hinges on the hatch? This piece right here actually is what holds it up under the car to allow it to work once you finish the model. Let's see here. And this piece right here, we're getting down to the last little bit. These are the two front lights. They'll be painted black, and then they've got some silver they call out for the what would be like the LED lights and all. These two pieces are the rear lights that will fit under the glass, and there's some red and some silver on this where you have to put the clear glass over it with the red accents for the tail lights and all. These two pieces right here are the outside rear view mirrors. They fit in the mirrors, and they'll be painted chrome. And then of course you got your exhaust tips right here. They'll be painted chrome. So that's that. Here's your body. Whoops, sorry I dropped it. Good thing it ain't made out of glass. So anyway, those couple pieces I showed you, the removable piece fits right here. It can come on and off the car. And then the other piece will fit right here that covers up this, and then the hinges for the hatch. Like I said, you got the sections up here where I showed you some of the front grille, and all that will be painted black. One of the hard parts I'm not too looking forward to is all this back here has to be painted black. So once you paint the car, whatever color you're going to paint it, then you've got to mask all this off, plus all the trim around the glass and around where the mirrors go. And there's a small section right here. All that has to be painted black. So that might not be too fun, but we'll look at it when we get there. Here's the inserts. There was two pieces I showed you where it will fit on the car for a black trim. The actual big piece that fits right here will actually be body color, and then there's a black trim piece that fits right here where I was showing you. And then of course the back panel will go on there. Here we have the wheels. They're white, so obviously we're going to have to paint them, whether you want them like chrome or whether you want them a dark color or steel. You know, just take a look at the options on the Corvette, get an idea what you want to do on that. And we've got the four tires. Actually, you know, like I said, the two bigger rear tires, and then we have the two smaller front tires. Like you see on the guy, they're good and rubbery. Cleanup shouldn't be too hard. They got a couple little pieces on them we can cut off, and then of course time you sand them down, should be good on that. The glass I'm not going to take out of the bag. I don't like taking my glass out. Take a chance on getting it scratched up, but I don't know if you can see it, but this piece right here, maybe you can see it better from this side. This is the rear hatch. Fits over the hatch where you can see the engine down through. There's a short window in here that actually fits up inside the rear of the car just behind the seats. These two pieces right here actually fit up in the section of the rear body right here. And I don't know why they give you the glass on this, because this panel has to be painted black. So once this glass goes on, all you see is black behind it. So, but but anyway, we'll do it the way they call it out. So, and then this other piece of glass, it's front windshield, and then we have the two front pieces of glass that will fit over the headlights. Like I said, that the pieces will be painted black, and then you take some bright chrome or silver to call out the LED lights, headlights. But anyway, that'll fit over that. Here's two optional side windows if you want to put them on. And then right here, it's going to be hard to see them, but they got a lot of anyway, they're the rear glass for the rear tail lights, and they fit over the two panels I showed you a little bit earlier. So there's all the parts, and we'll take a quick look at the instruction sheet here. I'll just go through this real quick. Typical Revell, like I say, a picture of the front of the car. Let's see, zoom in maybe a little bit. Sorry about the shape, guys. Typical, show you how to do stuff, call outs, and you know, we all been through this, so we know that. All your little symbols where you paint stuff and where it glues, take attention to it. Step 1, 2, 3, or 4, you know the routine. Here's the color call outs. Zoom back out here a little bit. Here's all the color call outs. We're used to that. Parts list, the part number and what it actually is. Another page of that, and then starts showing you the layout of the trees, the body, and so forth. And then of course black on any parts that won't be used, but I think everything in this kit is used. I didn't see nothing that wasn't used. Then as usual, we just start the engine build. Revell's pretty good about starting everything on with the engine. So the engine goes through step, let's see, 6, 7, 8, up through engine, step 10 is what the engine build is. And then step 11, we start with the front suspension. Start putting more of the suspension together. It mounts to the car bottom, the base and all for the car, bottom piece and all. And then we start on the rear suspension, brakes, and so forth back here. And we just drop the engine in the rear of the car. Then of course the exhaust, start dropping all the rear suspension parts in. Then these two radiators go up front. Here's the exhaust I was talking about that comes off the engine. Part of the top of the engine right here. Then up here we start adding more. Here's the two exhaust covers I was talking about. I don't know if you can see them or not. That's them odd pieces. They fit over the exhaust. And let's see, then we start on the interior. There's going to be a lot of taping off on the interior as well, like I talked about on the body. The interiors are like a two-tone option on all the Corvettes. So as you can see, the blue and the white, you've got to tape off all that. And like I said, you got left hand and right hand drive options. So make sure when you're looking at the instructions, you follow that pretty good. A ton of decals, but it's optional. I'll show you the decals here in just a minute. It probably looks like there's more than what it actually is. They just give you several options on the decals and all. And again, it depends on whether you're doing right hand or left hand is which decals you use. Here's the two door panels. Again, you've got decals that go on them, but it depends on where you're left hand or right hand. Here's again the windshield wiper option I was talking about, left hand and right hand. Make sure you drill the correct hole to correspond whether you're doing left or right hand. And let's see here, then we start putting the rest of the interior together. All the pieces are coming together. Here's where you can see start painting all the black around the windshield frame and down the side, and then all this rear. Like I said, there'll be a little bit of taping off on that, but we'll take care of it. Here's where you start putting some of the body panels in, front pieces, the headlights, inside the headlight part, the side panels. Here's the side panel, and then here's the black side trim. Here's where the visors mount inside to the windshield frame. Here's that small glass I was talking about that fits in behind the seats. It mounts to this piece that will help hold and hinge the rear hatch. Of course, the rear hatch attaches to this point. Then we're going to drop the interior tub into the body, take care of that. And then we're going to start mounting the body to the subframe and the engine and all the suspension and all that. Here's where I was talking about the rear piece on that tail light. You got to paint some silver and some red and then some orange for the turn signal on the side. And then that will mount into that rear panel where I was talking about. And of course the glass will go over it. And then some more of the black grille goes on the back. Exhaust tips. The chrome exhaust tips, license plate panels where you put the license plate on. Then we're going to mount the rear panel to the car finally and start bringing it home at this point. See, then we get over here, we got some more black grille for the front, license plate holders. And then here's this rear glass that goes in the hatch. Again, this will have to be painted black around it. Start mounting the windshield, the front headlight glass on both sides. Here's the optional glass for the side if you want to do the side windows. They go right there. And then of course we got the put the rear glass in. We've got this small piece that runs across the body where I was talking about that will cover up some of that. And let's see, we put the rear spoiler on down here in step 52. Here's the top if you want to leave it on or take it off. That's a removable top on the actual car. We've got the front base trim, goes up here around the front of the nose. That will be attached. Of course, the side mirrors, the little pieces we got to paint chrome to fit in the mirror to simulate the mirror. Then we're going to start mounting the tires on the left and right hand side. And pretty much the last thing is the top of the engine cover right here. It's actually got 2 or 3 decals that go on it, which I'll show you here in just a second. And then there's some decals that fit under the hood, rear hood if you want to call it that. It's like little important decals, information decals you would see under the hood of a car. Caution, so forth, so forth. And let's see, 56 is when you start putting the outside decals on. We'll take a look at them real quick. You've got the black, an option of the black or the white for the trim, for stripes on the front and back of the car if you want to run it on there. Let's see here, scroll in here a little bit. Up here is like 4 different options for let's see, scroll here, 4 different options for the dash. Then this is the information panel in the center of the dash. Again, you've got 4 different options on that. You've got the wheel centers. You've got a couple different ways there. You've got the Corvette logo for the seats. Here's some small decals that are interior decals where I was looking at earlier. The 22 and 23 right here, they're actually door handle decals. 10A, 10B, again, they're door panel decals depending on whether you're doing left or right. Over here on 24, 25, they are actually brake decals that goes on the brakes. Here's some more interior decals, of course the speakers. These blue, red, and yellow and stripes up here and all, they are actually go around the steering wheel depending on what color interior you use. They match up to the steering wheel. You've got the Stingray logos over here. Let's see where we go. Get it scrolled out. You got the Stingray logos over here. You've got 4 different options on that. And then of course 27, we've got some of the exterior Corvette logos. You've got 2 different options on that. And you've got the Corvette wording that goes on the rear panel. Not doing good here with the camera, guys, sorry. This part right here, again, you've got 4 of the Corvette names that goes on that rear panel. Here's the rear light, or you can use the darker one. Not sure why they had the darker one, but anyway, the red one is what most people would put. Down here is some engine engine top pieces. They fit on the side of that top panel I was showing about. And again, over here's 2 more. They fit. It's got 4 decals where you put 2 on each side, so you got 2 options on that. And not doing too good talking here today, guys. Sorry about that. I'm trying to look at the camera and talk at the same time. And then here's some of these smaller decals down here are the ones that go on that rear compartment where I was talking about, around the hood, under the engine and all that, for like caution and all that. So then down here you've got your, like I say, options on some license tags, whether American or whether it's like European or whatever. And then I think these 2 pieces are actually for the engine. I'd have to look back. I forgot what I saw on that looking at them earlier. But that pretty much covers all the decals. So anyway, with that, I'm going to leave that to the way it is, and I'm going to put these parts back up and get ready to start on it here pretty soon. So I appreciate you watching. Thanks for taking the time to look at everything. I appreciate all the likes, the subs, as I said. You know, like I said, I couldn't keep the channel going if I didn't have all the likes and the subs and the comments. So anyway, with that, let's get building.